Well, my kids started playing with the racetrack again. Left it pretty messy. I don't know, sometimes it's like they think it's a toy or something.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Dan Elliott.
Yeah, it's rad.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Vroom! What's up? Welcome back to Race 164. I'm Dan, and we're continuing our preparation today for the 2023 Father's Day Showdown. And yes, my kids were playing with the racetrack. No, they did not clean up. So I'm going to take care of that, and we're going to keep doing some testing. Once again, I need to reiterate, this year we're raising money for the Pregnancy Center. So if you're watching this and you're one of the competitors, you want your car to go faster, a $100 donation will get you sanded wheels and graphite. A donation of any amount will get you graphite only. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's do something. All right, moving on through this little tackle box. Today we're going to test out Andrew Nicholson and Justin Roberts. All right, this is Andrew Nicholson, number 1. Champion of the inaugural Father's Day Showdown. Number 1 is running a 2.31. Okay, that's pretty quick. Looks like it pulled out of the way too, so we can go right ahead and test car number 2. See if it can beat a 231. Sounded smooth. Oh, 228. Andy, 2 fast rides. Man, oh man. All right, but car number 2 is the faster one. So we'll put in the official lineup for this year's race. All right, next up, Justin Roberts, number 1, Dodge Viper. Ooh, I gotta turn on the timer. Dodge Viper SRT 10 ACR. There it goes. And we've got a 2.40. Okay, not bad. All right, let's see if his second car can beat a 240. I don't know. Oof, 2.66. What a slug. I've never called a car that before, but it's fitting. So, number 1 will be Justin's car. 240 should put him in the mix, I guess. You never know what can happen on the wide track. So, we'll see. Guess we'll move on to another bin. All right, let's see who we got in here. Okay, so these here, Wendell Graber's Dodge Chargers. This is Wendell's Toyota Celica from last year. We'll compare those 3. We got Jared Broughton's 2 Koenigsegg's and his original Honda Civic from 2020. And then over here we got Graham Gauthier. I have a new one for him to try against this one. And Austin Haverda, I have another one for him to try as well. So let's start with Wendell's rides. Okay, here's Wendell's Charger, number 1. Ooh, sounds pretty smooth. Sounds pretty smooth. 2.50. Okay. Not the best. Let's try Charger number 2. .44. Okay, so far, Charger number 2 is the faster. And he's blocking the track. Let's see if the Toyota can beat a 244. I accidentally hit stop on the video. So let's run it again, but spoiler alert, it's not very fast. It just can't carry any momentum there at the flatter part of the track. A 313. Ugh. What's slower than a slug? I don't know. So Wendell's going to be running number 1, right? Or no, number 2. All right, veteran of the competition, Mr. Jared Broughton. Here's his Koenigsegg Jesko that he has raced the past 2 years, I believe. Let's use it as a benchmark. There it goes. 237. Let's try the blue one. So it's the same casting, same car. This one's got a different paint job. More of an official racing, it's got a number on it there. Let's see what this one does. See if it beats a 237. It does indeed. 225. Whew. That's pretty quick. So a 225 is the time to beat for his original Honda Civic from the 2020 Father's Day Showdown, with which he made it to the final race, I believe. Lost to Andrew Nicholson, but second place finish in our inaugural race. So let's see what this Civic can do. 2.63. All right, so Jared's getting the blue Koenigsegg for this year. See if he can turn it into a W. All right, before we get to Graham and Austin, I'll give you a little update on the car been working on for Grandpa Bob. I've been trying to see if I can make this Matchbox 1933 Ford go faster than the 1932 Hot Wheels. And so far, I'm done sanding it here on the 400 grit, and I'm almost done on the 800, but have a bit of work left to do with it. But just for fun, I was thinking maybe we'll see if it's gotten faster. I think it was running, I think I wrote it down. It ran a 244 when it was bone stock. So let's see what it'll do now that the wheels are sanded a little bit. I don't remember exactly what the 32 was running, but I think it was down in the 2.2 something. So let's see if this thing's gotten faster. I can tell you it sounds different than a stock Matchbox does. A 2.43. Okay, so far I've shaved off 1/100th of a second. So technically it's faster, not that much faster yet. So I'll keep working on that, and I'll keep updating you as we go. All right, next to test on the track, it's Graham Goche in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. He has been in the mix every year. It's a fast car. Oh man, I can just hear how smooth it is. It sounds really good. A 2.25. Looking pretty good, but I have something I want to try. It's up here on the shelf. It's an Aston Martin Vantage GTE. I think it's the GT3 racing setup. Looks pretty cool. So if it's faster, we're going to put them in this one. But 225 is hard to beat. Okay. Fresh off the shelf. Let's see what it'll do. .32. Okay, so pretty fast, but not as fast as the stock looking one. So we'll keep Graham in this green one. And that answers that. All right, next to hit the track is Austin Haverda in the Toyota Supra. Last year was his rookie year, I believe. Did really well. I think, it's funny how I forget, but I'm pretty sure he won the Last Chance Derby, which is no small feat in and of itself. Oh, it didn't trigger the finish line. All right, let's try this again. Looks pretty fast. 2.25. That's right in there with some of our fastest cars, but I do have a new one for him to try. When I heard his favorite car, or his car of choice rather, was a Toyota Supra, I assumed he meant one of these. This is what most people think of when they think of a Toyota Supra, you know, the one from the 90s. But last year, all I could find in shortish notice was this modern Toyota Supra, which is still cool. But this is the iconic Supra. So let's see what it'll do. All right, the red Supra for Austin Haverda. Let's see if it can beat a 225. I'm guessing no. 2.53. See? It's a good thing we tested it, because if I had gone with my gut, I probably would have put him in the red one, because it's a classic Supra. But the new one's faster, so he's better off in the white one. I don't even know if this is good content. Like, testing cars for other guys who don't even know that I'm doing this, but I'm having fun. But I have some other ideas for some content. I don't know if you've noticed here in the background on my ultra messy workstation, I've been playing around a little bit with customization, not just making them faster like I've been working on, but also making them look custom. There are some really, really cool YouTube channels about customizing Hot Wheels. There are guys out there who put insane amounts of work into such a small model car, but they come out looking fantastic. But my thing about them is, I don't think they're fast anymore. Like, they look great. They're putting real rubber tires on them. They're putting interiors and roll cages, custom paint jobs and decals, and they look awesome, but I don't think they're fast. I don't think they're as fast as they would be if you just left them stock. So what I'm gonna try and do is make them look pretty good, not as good as those guys can do, but make them look pretty good and make them faster, because I think that would be fun. I'll do it on the channel. You can watch the whole process and we'll see how fast we can make them. Maybe eventually I could have a mail-in competition like other channels do, where people modify their cars and then send them in for a tournament, and see if my cars could compete with those cars. That'd be cool, but I think that's a ways down the road. But yeah, you can see I've got this El Camino here that I've stripped the paint off so I can do a custom paint job on it. I also have this Monte Carlo that is in the process of being cleaned up. I have some fun plans for it. And I don't know if it's all going to amount to anything, but it's a fun little hobby that doesn't take that much time and is also relatively inexpensive. Ever since I saw my first Hot Wheels customization tutorial, I was like, man, I got to try that one day. That looks fun. All right, let's do one more test for tonight, and then we'll wrap it up there. I don't know how long this video has gone. Let's see who's in here. We got Dave Carpenter, Aaron Wigney, Jessica Wigney, and Laura Elliott, and Jonathan Henson. Let's test these Ford. Let's test these GT. We got a Ford GT40, Jonathan Henson, and a newer Ford GT, both for Jonathan Henson. Matching paint schemes, number 4. Great looking cars. The Ford GT40 is an awesome car. So far, they have not been that successful here at Race 164 in the Father's Day Showdown. But let's test them now and see which one of these is at least the faster of the two, and then maybe there's some potential there if he wants to tune them. So let's start with the original. See what it does. See? That was not fast. 2.78. Disappointing. I guess I'll move it out of the way. And we'll try the modern day Ford GT. See, that might have been faster, but it just doesn't have the speed at the bottom of the track. 2.94. That was worse. I don't know. Jonathan, if you're watching, you might need to pick something else for this year. Or we could try, sanding and adding graphite, but they're pretty slow to start with. Actually, you know what? I still have the one he ran in the original Father's Day Showdown, this red one. I don't remember it being particularly fast either, but maybe it's better than those ones. I think that was better, actually. 2.56. All right, Jonathan, we'll put you in the red one. It's the fastest out of the bunch. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and vroom.